Now, Mr. Mohanamurthy, CEO iSpark's and his team. Our first session is the essential aspect of 21st century skill curriculum.
Yeah, very good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
First, let me congratulate and appreciate DMI management and Reverend Father Arul Raj for bringing this need of our great initiative, SKILL DMI. Because we have been working towards Skill India, where iSpark Learning Solutions also has been trying to skill almost 400 million Indian school-going children who are less than 18 years old. Because as you know that vocational training, India is lagging very much. Only 5 to 6% of the Indian students have vocational training as compared to China, which is almost 95%, Europe, US, UK, all the other countries, developed countries and fast developing countries. When you compare, then India is lagging so much. There is a huge digital divide also. So iSpark has been striving to address these areas to provide skills focused education. When I met Father, so 3 years ago, he was talking so much about skills focused education to be implemented in all the educational institutions of the DMI, MMI and AMI groups. He also took a lot of interest to visit our facility 3 years ago and spent more than an hour in our facility visiting our labs, robotic lab, artificial intelligence and machine learning labs, coding lab, and an integrated Singapore web math facility. So then he asked us actually to work with the school administrators and the principals of the various schools across India to implement a skills focused kind of an education. So then I said that we already done this, developed a structured curriculum to impart the mandatory 21st century skills to the school going students. And we also come out with best in class educational kits, tools, equipments to support this initiative, because it's going to be 100% student centric, 100% hands-on experience based. So it's all to create the school administrators, the school owners and the students and all the stakeholders to create the awareness that going forward it's going to be only skills, skills, skills that matter. So the paradigm shift has been going on the last 20 years, but India took a little bit, a delay probably I say, okay, to catch up this wave of skills over marks. So we already moved from the regimented, marks oriented, exam focused kind of an education system to 21st century skills focused education. And now it's time for you also to understand and appreciate that we are actually going to work as a team to implement this skills focused, 21st century skills focused education in all your schools. For that we have made some very good contribution in some 10 schools, and secretary sister and correspondent sister also, they have been supporting this initiative very much, and we are actually slowly reaching out more and more schools of DMI. So with that small introduction, I will just start. So the topic is today essential aspects of 21st century skills curriculum. So I'm going to, the next couple of hours, what we are going to do is going to be a 3-part kind of a program. So I'm going to touch upon the aspects of 21st century curriculum and what we have done in your schools and how we are going to proceed further. And then my colleague Geeta would take the next session and she would actually touch upon the very important aspect which Sister Jagani also emphasized last time, that how the emerging technologies like artificial intelligence is going to help educators, particularly the school administrators, in terms of improving their productivity and also implement a lot of things which you would love to implement in your school using this AI technology. So that she is going to give a presentation, and also if you have a laptop, you can also experience a first of its kind real hands-on experience of using AI, okay, for your various activities. And also later, Zaman is also going to show how we will use various technologies to help the school management. So that's a small demo. So let me start with covering the essential aspects of 21st century skills curriculum. So this is a presentation overview. Next slide. So we began on the 1st January of 2001 to travel in this century. So it ends on 31st December 2100. So we are actually, we have just entered in the first century of the third millennium. That's what we call the 21st century that we are working now or existing today. So, but if you look at it, actually in the last 20 years, a tremendous amount of developments happening across the world in various technologies, which you might have been seeing it. And so the world is evolving very rapidly in the 21st century since 2000, okay? So we are not able to even comprehend, even as a technologists who have worked with industry more than 30 years, we are not able to comprehend and understand how fast it is, okay, catching up, and prepare ourselves for this. So even today, we are all spending 3 to 4 hours every day to upgrade our knowledge and skills in these areas. So this calls for demand for new skills. We call it as actually 21st century skills. So there is an immediate need for education to prepare students not just for careers, please mind it. It is a continuous evolving process. So because learning happens all the day, every time, every day. So, but for life in a complex and interconnected world. So we are already in an interconnected world. So you are actually not preparing only for careers, but for a life in a complex interconnected world. That's what we expect our students to excel as they move to their graduation and then beyond graduation. That's what it's going to be. Next slide. So this is very, in a simple way I can explain to you. If you watch actually the timeline, industry revolution, which starts from the steam powered mechanization, water and steam power, then industry revolution 2.0, which took almost 100 years, 1800 to 1900, and industry 3.0, which we have seen, it started around 1950s and 60s. And then the domination of computers and automated production, and then we see the integrated chips, microprocessor, all evolved during the time. So that actually took another 100 years for that evolution. And then industry 4.0 from 2000, it took only 10 years. So pretty fast. It took only 10 years. Okay, now we are in cyber physical systems, Internet of Things, networking, machine learning, artificial intelligence, IoT, big data, blockchain, and so many technologies. So these technologies are going to completely redefine how we are going to exist, work, and live in this world. Okay, so we are actually preparing the students only for this brave new world. Okay, that's rapidly evolving in the digital world. Okay, so the industry 5.0, it is already it is upon us, and so I can say very confidently that 2020 onwards, industry 5.0. But what happened is actually India got stuck in education 3.0. That means every time when an industry revolution happens, your education has to catch up. It should be industry revolution relevant kind of an education that did not happen in India. So what happened is actually we missed very much and we are lagging. So now we have to move quickly from education 3.0 to education 4.0 and then move very fast to education 5.0. So 5.0 is about human-robot collaboration, cognitive systems, and customization. So that's already upon us. So the skills not only enhance academic success, but also empower individuals to thrive in an interconnected, rapidly changing digital world. So what we are going to do is, we are preparing for a change, changing work landscape. So we are going to prepare our students to acquire this 21st century skills along with the knowledge which they are getting from the traditional curriculum. And then they are also, and these 21st century skills is a set of skills that include innovation, creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, computational thinking, collaboration, communication, self-esteem, confidence, etc., etc. There's a set of skills which have become mandatory to survive in this digital world today. Okay? So we equip the students to navigate complex challenges and excel in various professions by acquiring this set of skills. Next. Then fostering lifelong learning. So we have to also, one of the sisters, when she was talking, actually it is going to be a lifelong learning should happen, because the technologies are constantly evolving and we should keep pace with that. And then globalization and cultural understanding. So this is also important for students, which is also part of our 21st century skills development program. Creativity and innovation for problem solving. So we also want our children today, the DMI students, to become future innovators, problem solvers, critical thinkers, and global leaders, and even entrepreneurs also. So that once they acquire these skills and become a better problem solvers and innovators, they can also contribute the nation building. So we are in the world's 5th largest economy today, and in another 3 to 4 years time, we are going to be the 3rd largest economy in the world. Okay, next to US, China, we are going to be the 3rd largest economy. So that shows that there's a tremendous opportunities in India itself for the students. Once they become graduates, they find a lot of problems to be addressed in India itself, a lot of opportunities to be captured in India, and they can do exceedingly well if they are actually they acquire these kind of skills. Many of the world's challenges require creative solutions. So cultivating creativity, innovation, and critical thinking empowers students to devise novel approaches to complex problems, driving positive change to themselves and also for the country as well. So preparation for active citizenship. Informed and engaged citizens need to analyze information critically. So we can also call it as a literacy, digital literacy skills. Communicate effectively and navigate the digital landscape responsibly. 21st century skills nurture well-rounded individuals who can participate meaningfully in civic life. Well-rounded is a holistic development of each student. So you have to strive as school administrators that each student is gifted and each student can be developed holistically, well-rounded, all-rounded personality, okay, using this set of skills. Next. So the success of Chandrayaan has taught us a lot of lessons. Okay, the failure of Chandrayaan 2, they made, studied, and it was a very good opportunity for us to learn from the mistakes, and then we have succeeded. And this probably only a few of you might be knowing. Behind every successful mission are 100 plus women. These 100 plus women scientists, ISRO scientists, they contributed directly, okay, to the success of Chandrayaan 3 mission. Direct contribution, not indirect contribution. So if you have seen that actually the live telecast or even after the recorded session, actually there are hundreds of women, okay, in the room actually celebrating the successful landing of Vikram lander. So women in STEM careers. So we are also looking for preparing our students to be successful in whatever career they take, okay, not only in IT but also in core engineering subjects like this, and aerospace, space technology, semiconductor technology, because India is also looking at as a next big industry as in semiconductors. So wherever they go, okay, using our STEM education, they will be able to do well. Next slide. So this is a set of skills which I am talking about. So this is what we are also imparting in our Center of Excellence, which we are creating in all the schools. Next slide. So we are focusing on these skills, creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, communication, character building, cultural and ethical citizenship, computer and digital technologies. If you look at it, our curriculum, 21st century curriculum, every session you will see what are the learning objects and what skills are going to be developed in that session. So that I have already shared with DMI management. So through a software also they can have access to all our curriculum. from grade 1 to grade 10, and also all the individual lesson plans of each grade, and what are the learning objectives and what skills are getting developed by doing that activity or engaging in that project. Next. So we need a teacher for the 21st century. So this is what a school administrators you need to also understand and emphasize. Okay. So this is a 20th century education model, fairly simple. You have a content to teach, and you will have a standard assessments which you have been doing it for the last few decades. Okay. Next one. But the 21st century teacher, the model is different. So it is the assessment, various assessments we need to understand actually, because not all fit in one size kind of an education is done away. You have to forget about it. All fit in one size cannot do with today's children when they are actually trying to survive in this advancing digital world. So you need to work with the life skills, 21st century content, core subjects, that's what you are already doing it. Then learning and thinking skills and ICT literacy. So there are a lot of other components also coming together. Okay, it's not as simple as you have been doing it. Next one. So now the difference is, I just put it in a very simple way for you to understand. From text content we are using visual content. Okay, say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay, how many words 1 minute video worth? Okay, it is 1,80,000 words. That's the power of a visual. Okay, so if you want to show and explain a concept in just 1 minute, it is worth, okay, 1,80,000 words of talking, telling the students whatever you want to do. But if you show a 1 minute video, it does a lot of talking by itself. Okay, so a passive, then you have to move on from passive to hands-on. That's what we call experiential learning. That's what the National Education Policy was also created. It is advocating experiential learning. Okay, whatever your students are studying in the 2D textbooks, they need to experience that, okay, by doing it, by actually involving themselves, okay, for doing it. Then they will be able to understand better, and they will be able to retain that knowledge also. Then from formal to personal, that means customization of education. That's why I said all fit one size. Okay, so you have to now move from that to personalization of education. Each individual is gifted, in each individual is a different kind of learner. There are 7 types of learners in a typical classroom. You might be knowing kinesthetic learner, visual learners. Okay, so you cannot deliver the same class to all of them, actually thinking everybody will receive in the same way. Okay, so that is why the grading system came. That grading system is not correct actually when we are talking about this kind of 21st century education. So you have to evaluate each individual based on their understanding about the subject, and then you have to personalize, customize that education for each person. So technophobic to techno-savvy. So all the time actually we have been talking about how to use technologies in classrooms. Okay, so that from now onwards, probably as administrators you have to emphasize more. Probably you can give each one of them. That's what we are also going to teach you some tools. My colleague is going to take the class next. So we are actually emphasizing that you have to take advantage of technology. So please use your laptops so that you can do or demonstrate a lot of things to your students. So from moving from techno, you are becoming slowly a techno-savvy person. Next one. Before. So independent, so it becomes interactive. Then it's the competitive, no, it's going to be collaborative. Don't bring the grading system that he is actually 100% percentile guy and he is great and he is an intelligent person and he is a super boy of the class or whatever. Those things, so please forget about it. It is going to be collaborative. So it's a peer-to-peer kind of learning, and that's what we are actually encouraging in our labs also. And sequential, it's going to be non-linear. Next slide. So there is there are a lot of things, but I have just brought it out actually. Only a few things to give you the same, but in a very descriptive way. 20th century classrooms and 21st century classrooms, this is how it is. It's time-based, no, it's outcome-based. Focus, memorization of discrete facts. Here the focus is what students know, can do, and or like after all the details are forgotten. Okay. So lessons focus on the lower level of Bloom's taxonomy, which you already know. Now, learning is designed on upper levels of Bloom's, that is synthesis, analysis and evaluation, textbook driven, research driven, passive learning, active learning. Learners work in isolation, classroom within four walls, but here the learners to work collaboratively with the classmates and other around the world in a global classroom. You can even think about actually your classroom as a global classroom. They can even collaborate with the students from the other parts of the world also. Because we are living in already a connected world, so it is very much possible. The teacher-centered, no, it is now going to be student-centered. Teacher is a facilitator and coach. That's why I have named all my trainers in the school also, okay, our own trainers who are in the Center of Excellence labs. They are called STEM facilitators. They are not trainers. So we name each one of them as facilitators. I am a facilitator and you are all actually as administrator also to become a facilitator to facilitate the process of 21st century skills focused education. Little to no student freedom, great deal of student freedom, fragmented curriculum, integrated and interdisciplinary curriculum. That's what we have made. It is an integrated and interdisciplinary curriculum where we bring in the latest emerging technologies and the tools to teach a hands-on learning for the students so that they will be able to understand and appreciate the skills part of it. When they do it, they can actually enhance their skills. Next one. So it's a grades averaged, grades based on what has been learned. So what the student has learned, it should be based on that, okay, not based exactly on the typical your assessment and marks. The teacher is judge. No one less sees students' work. Self, peer and other assessments, public audience and authentic assessments, and curriculum school is irrelevant and meaningless to the students. Curriculum is connected to the students' interest and experience. Now the textbook is a primary vehicle of learning and assessment, but here the performance, the projects they do, the multiple forms of media are used for learning and assessment. The 3 R's which you know already, reading, writing and maths, okay. Arithmetic, so it is, the R is there, so it is arithmetic. So multiple literacies of the 21st century aligned to living and working in a globalized new millennium. So we are looking at actually each student as going to be future global citizen. We are preparing them as global citizens. So they have to also go and work in a globalized environment and in the new millennium. The factory model of the your education 2.0 or 3.0 also, it's almost like a factory model based upon the needs of employers for the industrial age of the 19th century. So that's actually it continued to even 20th century also, but not in the 21st century. So it is going to be a global model based upon the needs of globalized high-tech society. Driven by NCLB and the standardized testing media. So standardized testing has its place. Education is not driven by the NCLB and standardized testing media. Next slide. So this we already covered. So this is what is 21st century. It's a set of core abilities needed by people. Here we substitute with the students of the 21st century, mainly the students. Covers a few aspects, which is the learning and innovation skills, the information, media and technology skills, then the life and career skills. So here in the learning and innovation skills, critical thinking and problem solving, make judgments and decisions, solve problems. So that's how we design the curriculum to impart that learning and innovation skills. Creativity and innovation. Students think creatively, work creatively with others. Their communication and collaboration, which is very important. It is a part of the four C's of the 21st century skills. Communicate clearly and collaborate with others. Next one. And under information, media and technology skills, information literacy, very important. Access and evaluate information, use and manage information. Media literacy, analyze media, create media products. Under life and career skills, we focus on flexibility and adaptability. Adapt to changes. That means they have to be flexible to adapt, because change is the only constant, so need to be aware of that, and they have to keep updating, keep adapting to the changes. Be flexible. Social and cross-cultural skills, interact effectively with others, work effectively in diverse teams. So after a couple of slides, I will show you actually how the students are collaboratively working, and what kind of diverse groups they are working in our setup in the schools. Leadership and responsibility, guide and lead others, be responsible to others. This also we are practicing very systematically in our schools. Next one. So this is actually common core state standards and partnership for 21st century, P21, which you might be aware of that. Actually, this is a kind of systems evolved in the last 2 decades, okay, to see how the 21st century curriculum should be designed and imparted in the schools. So there is a set of standards and assessments, curriculum, instruction and professional development, learning environments, all actually to develop the skills, okay, what we are talking about. Next one. So now the 21st century skills curriculum, which you have to as a school administrator think about, is actually focus on 21st century skills, content, knowledge and expertise. So next time when you are actually designing your own curriculum for the benefit of students, slowly you can start integrating this also into your curriculum. Now it is not there. So that's why private education players, we come and we do it. To start with, actually, then we will actually also team with you, see how this can be also taught and integrated over a period of time slowly in your regular classrooms also. So that's how it has to be done. Builds understanding across core subjects as well as 21st century interdisciplinary themes. Then you have to emphasize deep understanding rather than shallow knowledge. This we call it as a mastery of the subject. If you see the small island, Singapore, because I worked in Singapore, I studied the Singapore education model. I worked with the Minister of Education in Singapore. My children also studied, so I am more qualified to talk about that. They have actually, because in program for international student assessment, continuously Singapore students, they rank in the top 3 ranks, okay, continuously. Our students are very, very, very much lagging, because it is not about memorization, it is about understanding the concept and then answer the questions. Questions are simple. If you explain your students, they will also be able to do it. But the problem is they are not able to comprehend the questions. Okay. So this is, they emphasize actually mastery of a subject. That means nobody is called a half bicyclist. You have to master how you cycle. Okay. Then you go to take the road. Okay. Where with a half bicyclist kind of a skill, you cannot hit the road. Okay, it's dangerous. So that's what they understood and remember the entire curriculum 40 years back, not today, 40 years back. So you have to make the students to understand completely, no shallow knowledge, complete knowledge, mastery of the subject. Then you make them actually move to the next level. That would help them, because half-baked knowledge is very, very dangerous, very dangerous. So they have to start from everything thinking like from first principles. Okay, if they want to solve a problem, they have to solve it from deriving from first principles, apply their knowledge and slowly work out to the solution, not from their memory. Okay, so if you continue to do that, then the students, they will not be able to excel in this world, okay, and successful in this world. So engage students with the real world data, tools and experts they will encounter in college, on the job and in life. So that we are actually taking care of in the school itself. What they are going to do to work with the data, in the real world data, they are going to do it in colleges or in the work or in the real world. Everything we are actually trying to teach them in the school itself, so that they prepare slowly towards that. So allows for multiple measures of mastery. So this is also something related to your assessment. This you need to take care of that. So a 21st century curriculum should blend knowledge, thinking, innovation skills, media, information and communication technology, literacy, communication technology literacy, and real life experience in the context of core academic subjects. So I have put it in red because probably you have to go through again, read again, you will understand it, the real meaning of what I am talking about. The 21st century curriculum should blend knowledge, which you are teaching, you are talking about it, but thinking and innovation skills also should be blended. So media and information communication technology literacy, you have to incorporate it, and the real life experience in the context of core academic subjects. Okay. Next. Aspects, there are of 21st century. So problem-based learning, which I discussed, it is discuss and analyze. So everything is problem-based kind of learning. So you have to, students can discuss and analyze, investigate problems, then provide explanations, generate ideas, analyze data, and make judgments in order to find the appropriate solution. So I'm going to show you some of the examples of the logbooks which the students are doing it in our Center of Excellence labs. You will be really amazed if you see the screenshots of their logbooks. You will be really amazed, okay, this is what exactly they are doing it. So the research has shown that students applying problem-based learning increase their participation in class activities and enhance critical thinking skills. So there is a significant correlation between problem-based learning activities and critical thinking skills. It helps students overcome challenges they may face in the real world. It breaks thinking barriers. Next. So then comes the cooperative learning. This is what our students are doing it in the lab. It's a collaborative learning, peer-to-peer learning. So has powerful efforts on learning that gives distinctive results. Every person brings something to the table. Okay, that's why we are grouping them as 4. Okay, and mutual respect between team members, estimating teamwork required to complete the joint action, and then efforts towards compromises needed to achieve a common goal. So we are giving to the group a problem to be solved, to be addressed, and they individually come out with a design. We start with the design thinking, and then they try to work out the various methods of solving that problem. So they have to each contribute, okay, in the discussion, and they then choose the best possible solution for that, and they try to do it as a project. And in the logbook, they will also enter based on various questions which are to reflect their learning outcome and the skills. So we have to capture their learning outcome for the students during that activity, and also we see how we can map that to each skill which you are talking about. So that also we are doing it meticulously. So various activities promote cooperative learning such as projects, problems, design, and research-based learning. So it increases students' performance, participation, social interaction, achievement, motivation, and change it from the external to the internal. Next. So the next one is linking knowledge with the real world. So using the real world model allows students to achieve authentic learning, research information from several resources, obtain new knowledge and skills. So when the students of JVK, when they did actually the home automation project, so we taught them a lot of things, and they could easily understand, and they themselves came forward and say, sir, if you want to automate a home, let's start building a home first. So that's how it started, and then they could explain very confidently because they started from that. They solved very positively and explained very confidently to the visitors also last year, and the same thing we are going to do it in October 14 and 15 is a holiday, Sunday. So 13 and 14 we are going to do it in again similar kind of science exhibition. Yeah. So students contribute to the construction of their own knowledge and produce information that has value or meaning to them in order to achieve collaborative work in its truest sense. This time we are going to give more emphasis on some kind of cognitive abilities to be given to robots, so that we are actually going to combine robotics and artificial intelligence. So a few projects you will also come and see in October during this exhibition. Already I am discussing with JVK management because they called me a few days back and discussed about it, and he said, sir, we need to do something much better than last year. Then I proposed some ideas. They liked it and said we are going to do more on robotics and artificial intelligence, because only these two areas, okay, they are going to create a $50 trillion business opportunities by 2025. Enormous amount of work is going on actually to bring human-like intelligence in robots. So these are called service robots. Okay. So when our students, they come out of the schools and when they graduate, they will see a world, okay, which is full of humanoid robots. Okay. Okay, wherever they go to the factory, they will be able to see it. Wherever in advanced countries where they go, even in home, okay, they will be able to see. So that kind of, so in sooner or later we are going to coexist and co-live with that kind of intelligent robots. Okay, we cannot escape from that. So we are actually preparing our children for also that kind of world. Okay, that kind of challenges. Next slide. Integrating multimedia tools, which is very, very important. As I said, a visual is very important. So higher level thinking, academic and social, critical thinking, allow students to access information, knowledge, by themselves learn how to understand different issues. So when you integrate multimedia tools, there are a lot of examples. So we are also doing it. Actually, the student is using a digital board. So he is able to explain very clearly to the fellow students also. And we are also using various such multimedia tools to get information and do various projects. Next slide. So the role of administrators, how can administrators support the growing need to prepare the students with the necessary 21st century skills to be successful digital citizens? So you need to provide the necessary support and promote, model, change, encourage, implement, what all things which we have been discussing. Next slide. So facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity. This was well said after the Chandrayaan successful mission. When a lot of approach came from various media persons across the world, India is a poor country and you have spent 615 crores just to land a spaceship on the moon. Okay, this money could have been used for various other development schemes. Okay, then the Anand Megra replied, okay, India is not poor. Okay, we are poor. Okay, due to the lack of aspirations. We are not poor due to lack of wealth. We are actually poor due to the lack of aspirations or aspiring people. Okay, and this success is going to create that. Okay, so that's a fantastic way of telling the world. Okay, we were robbed all our pride and aspirations by the British people who colonized us for 400 plus years. Okay, and now we are actually trying to get it back. Our pride, our intelligence, our way of doing things, all Indian Indianized way of doing, because we did it actually in a very, very less cost. It's called frugal innovation. Okay, even NASA, SpaceX and such companies, they are not able to figure out how we did it at such a low cost. Okay, so when the NASA, then ISRO's chairman was questioned, actually, will you teach this to the developed nations? Said, we are not going to teach because it's our own secret. Okay, which we have spent decades to do it in a very, very cost effective way. So that we are not going to share with anybody else. Okay, so even the developed nations, you know that Luna 25 failed just 3 days before. Okay, with Russia with so much of experience, okay, they couldn't do it. Okay, so what we are saying is we need to create the students a lot of aspirations to innovate, aspirations to develop. Okay, then design and develop a digital age learning and experiences and assessments. So you have to improve your learning experiences and also the various assessments for the digital age, not the 20th century kind of an assessment. So you have to model digital age work and learning. So that it should come from the school administrators and the school leaders. Promote and model digital citizenship and responsibility. Engage professional growth and leadership. Next. So this is the logbooks which I am talking. So the students, they have to meticulously write, okay, what is their design thinking, how they are actually trying to solve the problem, and once they understand the solution, they have to now build the solution. Then they have to make observation whether the solution works or not. If it doesn't work, we give equal importance. Okay, if it doesn't work, it is good for you because you are going to learn from it. Then we are also having we also have certain questions actually. What is observation? Whether it works, there are set of questions. If it doesn't work, there are set of questions to figure out so that they will be able to figure out themselves. Next one. And so even the programs, okay, they have to write, the code also they have to write. So there's a lot of white space given in the logbook. Each student is given a logbook. So that you can actually go and check while the classes are going on our Center of Excellence lab. You can go and also check how the students are using the logbooks effectively and how it helps them actually to acquire these skills, because it also involves a lot of communication and collaboration skills and understanding about the various concepts, not blindly but by doing it. This is called learn by doing pedagogy, or learn by doing method of, that's what we said, it's a problem based learning. Okay, next one. This is from various schools which they are using it. Next one. So this is some you are free to go and look at it any time, and because when I read it, actually I find the students are doing a great job. Okay, they are actually in the process, so they are going to be really they are going to be unique when you compare with rest of the students in other schools or other parts of India. Okay, next please. So that one actually is for 8th grade students. It's getting started with computer vision. It is part of artificial intelligence, machine learning. So we start with computer vision. So they have to understand how human vision works, and then why you call it as a computer vision. Then they have to start working with the a picture element, and then how a picture element or a picture is constructed and how a camera sees that picture. It's all again ones and zeros. So that they have to understand. So we start from the very basics, slowly take them to the computer vision, which is actually a huge industry today. If you see any industry without computer vision, that's an industry will not be doing many things. Even today, even the attendance marking also, they are doing it using computer vision. Okay, in China is in a very advanced level actually. The moment any person comes out of the home, okay, he comes under the radar. That means every person's face is locked. Wherever he goes, wherever he moves, actually, in the entire China, they are doing it, actually using computer vision. And inside the factory, a lot of bottling companies, a lot of other industries also, they use computer vision very effectively to check some errors or to improve the productivity. Okay, so it's a huge industry. Next one. You can start this video. There is a video. This is a 6th grade student. He is very much obsessed with technology. So he is JVK school. So he wanted to learn more from the trainer. Wanted to learn more from the trainer about home automation, and then the trainer. Then the trainer shared a lot of information, and then he did his project himself. He didn't stop from that. He came forward and said to the trainer, I want to teach the students. So he has already become a teacher, a technology teacher. Then the students also enjoyed it. Next. This is exactly what my trainer wrote. Sir, you must watch this video, sir. You won't believe it. I was so impressed by this student. It's a WhatsApp message. I was so impressed by this student's attitude and ideas. In the last class, Harshit Sai, asked me some doubts about home automation and future. I explained only basics because he is in the 6th grade, but he was very interested. I explained everything about home automation and how it works. He was really interested in taking classes on the topic, and I encouraged him to work on basic projects. In the next class, he did it, and he had a chance to showcase his work. I accepted it without any restrictions. And I replied, I will watch it for sure and give feedback. So this is happening. I am getting lots of such messages from the 10 schools which we have implemented. A lot of videos, a lot of logbook activities, because we have created individual groups also. So it's flooded with a lot of information, and I am now processing the information, and I am trying to understand how we can even do better by understanding the feedback, how the students are working on it, how the students are taking the logbook seriously, and what kind of interest the students it generates, and everything now again boils down to how you can translate into skills development. Because our focus is holistic development of students by improving their 21st century skills. Next slide. Just also play this. Because some of you might not have seen this, so this is how we set up our Center of Excellence labs in schools. We also encourage parents to visit our labs anytime, and also we give the logbooks to homes. So the parents also, they should see the logbooks, what their child is doing in the school, and also come to see us for any constructive feedback or any suggestions or improvements, because we want the parents also to be part of this development program. So that's why we are giving each activity, this 5 pages of activity, they have to fill it up. So in a month they will have to fill up some 20 pages. All the 20 pages of in a month the parents can see, and then they can come back with their own suggestions or feedback. So that would help us actually also to improve as our curriculum and the way we are working with the students, the various projects. And based on their interest also, we can fine-tune the things. So, I would like to end here because I'm running short of time. So I now invite my colleague who is heading our coding division actually to give you, that would be very, very interesting, because it definitely it will save you 2 hours of your time every day if you start using these AI tools, okay? Because we are also providing, we would like to have a separate session, okay, on AI in education, because as administrators you need to spend some good quality time in understanding how this technology can revolutionize, okay, education. So that should be a separate exercise, because today we don't have much time. So that should be completely probably even a 2 days workshop kind of thing, how AI can help in education. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Right. I'm Geeta from iSpark's Learning Solution. So we were talking about the aspect of 21st century skill, right, in our current school curriculum and the education, right. So the main aspects is the 21st century skill. We have a lot of skills like critical thinking, logical thinking, so many things. And one of the main skills we are supposed to incorporate in our learning is nothing but our technology, right? So technology is going to play a major role in the current educational system as well as the future one, right? Before we started, right, I would like to have a simple problem statement we have. It's a kind of what we are talking about, the 21st century skill. We want to think critically and everything. The question will be the same, right? And the way of asking will be different completely, right? The concept and the solution will be the same, but we are supposed to make the children to think differently, That is what we are expecting basically. So when we know tickle the feelings or tickle of the thinking skill and all those stuff in different way, their approach solving the problem in real life will be different. So we are going to incorporate everything the 21st century skill with the technology into our current curriculum, which make the education more powerful, and they learn the things very differently and effectively. That is what we are focusing on. That is what we are doing in our lab too, right? Next. Right. So this is what we are going to cover today. Next. Okay, so there is a simple problem statement. Now everyone in our this hall, we are going to solve this problem. Think you are an educator, right? You are administrator, but you think like an educator, where you are going to handle the classes of 10th class, about 4 to 5 sessions, which have around 500 students were there. You just have the marks of the 500 students. Right? Only you have the mark of the 500 student. Now, you know that the 10th grade is going to appear for the board exam. Right? This is a first exam you are writing, you have the marks. Now you are supposed to find out which students were struggling out, and so that you can give a better support for them. Okay? Only you have the marks with the marks alone about 500 students. Now, please make a list of steps. Okay? Like how do you solve the problem, right? And how do you find the student who's tackling it? You can take a minute of time. Please, everyone do participate. You just list out the steps, right? How do you solve this problem to find out a student who's struggling? You should not approach the students, every student. Only you have the mark, you're going to sit in your place and you're going to do the analysis part. But what are the steps you're going to do it? So keep it in mind and list out your steps to solve the problem. Done? Okay. Okay, go ahead. Right. Everybody done or you need some time? Done. Okay, any volunteer please, and can you read out your steps that analysis, how do you solve your problem? Any volunteer? Please be interactive. I don't want a one-on-one section. I want to be an interactive one. So you can, any volunteer please.
When I receive the mark of the student, I just segregate them grade wise.
Okay.
And segregate the student in the, according to the grade wise.
Okay.
And analyze the subject
Okay.
where the grade is high, where
Okay.
the grade is low.
Okay.
And then which are the students is lacking.
Okay.
So everything it comes under the segregation.
Okay.
And where there is a student scored much mark,
Okay.
I will be continue the method of the teaching which already I have continued.
Okay.
Where there is a student is lacking,
Okay.
I need some coaching class and tutorial classes, and the change of the teaching of the methodology could be concentrated the slow learner students, where I should not want to mention even the weak student.
Understood. So now can you tell me like, so to solve this, like exactly the steps, you want analysis, you want to segregate in the grade wise and everything. Almost we have 500 students. How many days will it take for you to solve it? For example, you are working for a day, right?
If I am with the student, I need.
You should not be the student. The problem is the same.
Already I know the students.
You don't know. I think like you don't know. You are the new person who is going to handle it. So in that case, how many days you will find it to solve this problem?
For me, 3 days.
3 days. Exactly. Can you go to the next point? Yes, please be seated. Right. Thank you. Thank you for participating. See, as we are discussing, right? So to solve a very simple problem, 500 students, only mark have been given. You are new to the class, and you want to find out the student who is struggling. Okay. As sister said, we need 3 days to solve the problem. Right? Why? Because we are doing everything manually. Okay. And so we actually manually reviewing and calculating manually, it will take time for sure, right? When it comes to the technology or when we use the coding, right, if you learn coding thing, right, you are going to write the script for calculation, as you say. As for segregating, only you are supposed to feed the data and write the algorithm. The steps which you wrote, right, will be converted to coding. You will be feeding the data, those data will be calculated and be done easily. But even then, we are going to interpret. We are going to invent. We are just supposed to write the script. Our human intervention is there. When it comes to the artificial intelligence, that what might be you learned in the yesterday's class, the day one session, you might learn about it. So in artificial intelligence, right, only thing you are supposed to feed the data. That's enough. The students, if he is studying from the KG to now, right, entire data will be fed by year on year. Based on that, you don't want to have the mark of this year. It will automatically tell when he enters into the 10th grade, it automatically, these are the students who are very good in performance, these students need the support, please give the support. Not only that, it will give a personalized learning. That is what we are talking about. Right? So we don't want the old 20th century with a chalkboard on the board, right? We need, the kids were very smart enough right now. So we also as educator, as administrator, we are supposed to learn the technology and we are supposed to use those stuff in our schools and in our classrooms. That is going to be mandatory because the kids were very smart enough, the kids were very, visualized, they want the education to be very fun-filled one. Okay, so if we are talking for half an hour, we feel sleepy, right? So as a grown-up person, we also don't want the one-on-one talking. We need some activities kind of a thing, of course, right? So this kind of things should be into our classroom, into our school. That is going to be mandatory in the next coming year. That is called 21st century aspects of education. We need this for sure. Okay, let's next. This is the comparison, right? The simple problem which we given, we might take days to analyze. That is what we are talking about. And when we do some calculation also, we will make some mistakes, right? So, and we will also influence by biased. When it comes to the coding, we will do the rapid analysis. Only the script will be done. Okay, once the script is done, the same steps you have listed out, we are going to convert it into a coding, right? That is nothing but the instruction which we are giving to the system. The coding is nothing but a different language, nothing like that. So whatever we are writing in our English language, we are going to give that to the system or a computer where the computer can understand. That's it, very simple. It's not a big terms. It's very simple. Computers think like a manual thing, right? You're going to tell to the computer like what you're supposed to do in this language. Okay, we have a different things, different languages were like the C, C++, Java, so many skills, so many languages were there. But using that you can solve it, but there also we need to interpret. We need to invent it. So we are supposed to enter into it and we are supposed to write the script, right? And when it comes to the AI, right, so we can create an automated model, right? So we will be training the system with the data, okay? Once the training is done, that is done. Just feed the data, just feed the mark, that is enough. It will tell you which student need the support, and also provide a learning better, personalized learning content for each and every student. Okay, and I'll be showing some of the tools and techniques where you can use it in the classroom, also where you can use it in your school as an administrator. Okay, which make your job very, very, very easy and save your time too, right? Next slide. Okay, so yesterday's class, right, you were talking about, you are learning about the AI, right? Anybody, can you please let me know, like, why AI is important? Any idea about it? Why we want to, why we are, where is AI works over here? Okay.
And the machines and the man.
Okay. That's great. Perfect. So whatever the definition and whatever you have said is absolutely perfect, right? So AI works here, right? We makes as an assistant. We want someone to be assisting, right? So simple, wherever you have your smartphone, right? Do you have your Google Assistant, right? The Google Assistant, when you are traveling or something, right? You press a button, the mic button, when you ask something, it will respond. You don't need to type. It's an assistant, right? And Alexa, you just sit somewhere and then, Alexa, please switch on the fan. Alexa, please switch on the light. It will do it. It's just like an assistant. But when we ask someone, right, someone will, no, I want to go somewhere. I can't do it for you. But Alexa won't do it. If you are asking it perfectly, it will do it. Just like an assistant. We are the power. We are, as a human, we developed it, right? So we are going to be the master for them. But it's going to give a lot of magic things, right? So artificial intelligence is nothing but we makes the machines to think like a human. Okay, that is what. And why AI matters is, right, it's going to transform our life in a very different way and very effectively in learning and education too. Now I'm here to tell you about how this artificial intelligence, right? Okay, I'm not going to take about the part of artificial intelligence, the concept we have learned earlier. Now I'm going to tell you how we can incorporate this concept in your schools and the class. That is what I want. So that you can effectively use it and save your time. Okay? And so it's make a revolutionary education and make it more personalized. That is what we are talking about. Okay? Every student need a personalization. As sister said, they are slow learner. I don't want to tell they are weak student. Okay, they are slow learner, exactly. But so that if you give a very big content for the slow learner, they will take a time, right? Even they don't understand. The content which you are preparing for the slow learner, if you give them, they will complete fast. So we want to segregate them and we want to provide a personalized learning. This kind of things will, if I do it manually, right, it will take time. Am I right? And also the time, as we are running out of the curriculum, we are running behind the curriculum. I'm also a teacher for the past 7 years. I worked as a teacher. I know about the entire classroom and the management. I have experience too, right? So we will be running back on the curriculum, even though we know that the student needs some time to learn, but we won't allow it because we supposed to complete the curriculum on time, right? Because the exam is forthcoming. We will start to train them. Even they don't understand this concept. We know that that particular student needs some time to understand the concept, but we won't accept it. Because the exam is going to come, so we need to train it. Come, let's just learn this question alone. This part is enough. We'll mark and give them. That is what we will do, right? So this kind of thing should be thrown out. Not only the 21st century skill, that is what we are enforcing it, right? So please provide we need to provide some space. We need to make them to understand the concepts. So this kind of things, right, when you do it manually, it will take time. When you use this AI and all, right, we'll make the class fun-filled one. Everyone have the equal learning. That is what we are focusing on. As a teacher, we are focusing on that. As an administrator, we are also want the teachers to do the same thing in the classroom, right? Next. Okay, so maybe you saw this thing right in yesterday's class, but I just have a glimpse on that. So AI is going to work on everywhere, as you say, like you're going into her online data advertisement. Everyone using Google, right? Right. So everyone using Amazon, probably. Online shopping? No. Somewhere you will be searching for some content, right? So when you go for some online, okay, probably when you go for a Google or something, right, you might saw some advertisement. The advertisement will be later somewhere around you search for something. For example, you are, let me check out, let me do like, no, some people were searching for a shoe in online shop. Wherever they go, they can find the shoe advertisement. Yes, that is related to the AI. It knows you like the shoe. Somewhere around, it collected the data and it will give you the online advertisement based on your interest. YouTube, probably. Based on the videos you are seeing, right? When you go to the next session, on just close it up and again you log in, right? It will show all the videos which is related to that. Mostly you won't skip it. Again you will, right? That is what we will do, exactly, right? So this kind of thing all comes under the AI. Everything is AI, right? And a personalized user experience, that is what I'm talking about, what is that, YouTube and all. And AI-powered chatbot. Now, you might saw a lot of customer supports. Before, the customer support were handled by the humans. Now, do you think the humans were handling this customer support? No. They cut out, right? This chatbot came there. But most of the questions were answered, for sure, right? Only the few questions were redirected to the humans. Most of the things were answered. And this will save the time. And they can productively use it in somewhere else. Predictive analysis and content creation that we are going to talk it down, and course creation and email marketing, the spam folders and all, right? Can you find it? This all comes under that, okay? And e-commerce and voice search optimization. These are the few applications which I listed out. Next. Okay, so ML, you might learn this machine learning on the previous day's class. The machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, right? Where the machines, nothing but the model, that's simply like a robot. We give some data about, for example, a cat and a dog, we'll train with the different cats and dog properties. Again, after training, right, you will provide them a simple picture, it will going to give you, tell that whether it is a cat or dog. Nothing, put it in your way, right? You will have the classroom, right? Before assessment, you will give classworks. The classworks will contain questions, answers and everything. You are going to train the student. Same way, here we give the question, you will give the answer to the machine. We will train the machine, right? After training, what they happen? Assessment will be done. That is what they are going to. We are going to give the question alone. This is the question, you are going to answer it. You are going to answer. That is the thing. Not big here. The same as a human, the machine is going to do. That's it. Okay? And few applications of the machine learning, right? So image recognition, as we are telling that cats and dog I saw, even our face will be recognized. We are going to see some application right now. And you are going to have a hands-on also. Right? It's going to recognize your face and tell you your name too. Right? And medical diagnosis and smart market trading, online fraud detection. So these are the few applications where we are using the machine learning. The deep learning is different. The deep learning is a subset of the machine learning. Okay, next. Right, so now we come to the main part, AI in education. Why we want the AI into the education, right? So as we are talking about, the AI is playing a major role in education, and we the teacher, we are not into it. So can you tell me, before 2020, the COVID pandemic, anyone has used the technology before in the class? Yes.
They used it, but it was not permitted to use it.
Exactly. Even the teachers know, I worked in a permis, right? We are supposed to put our phone in the front of us and come enter into the class session, right? And we also make the students not to touch the phone, not to touch the TV until you read. And also we will give some time, only limited time alone we will give. After COVID pandemic, right? So we were, as a teacher and as a parent, as a student, they started to feeling our entire education has been stopped, nowhere. right? But this technology, right, it helped you. There you started to learn the technology, right? No one has touched the phone, no one has touched the technology. By the time you started learning the PPT, you started learning the Zoom, right? And whiteboards and so many things, right? So I can list out very big list, right? Huh? Slide works, so many things, right? And while you're doing the slide works, I want to make a point. For a single concept, you will be spending hours and hours of time. Am I right?
Yes.
This will be done very easily. I'll show you. Very simple, right? And even the videos you will be searching for somewhere, and you will be putting the content and make it. We want to at least we are going in online basis. We want to make it interactive and make the students to sit and at least understand some concept. That is our major aim. At the same time, because of this COVID, our student learning should not be interrupted at any cost, right? So there we started, but we are still incorporating our technology. This is one of the technology should be incorporated mandatorily. This will help you very make your no, I'll tell you make your you can save your time where you can focus on effectively in other thing for student improvement or other things. Next. So AI education in empowering educator. I'm going to cover all the things. How the AI is going to empower the educator, how is AI going to empower the student and the management too. Right? So AI education empowering educator, right? So it's going to give me immediately attention and feedback to the teacher. So as we are talking about the COVID pandemic, we will be conducting the assessment. Right? So you will be having the feedback, right? Based on the feedback you have acted. So this could be done very effectively here. Why? Because as we are talking about, the learning should be in a personalized way, right? Based on the learning, we can give the personalized assessment for each and every one and have the personalized feedback. Based on that, if we can give a better learning thing and better assessment skill, okay? And smart content for everyone. Everyone will get the smart content. Okay, like creating a PPT and videos in a fraction of second or fraction of minute. Will be done. I will be showing you one video which is created within a 5 to 10 minutes of time. One minute video. Okay, and customized lesson plan and automated admissions task and tutorial. So after when the student go out of the school, they don't have the support. Either they want to go to the tuition or something, right? But using this AI, we know the chatbot, right? Chatbot can be implemented. You as a teacher can be a chatbot, right? Okay, what you know that this particular topic, these questions will be arise from the student, right? You can make it as automated so that the student, every student, some student have a capability or some student will not afford to go to the tutorial, right? But they have everyone in our, nowadays they have the smartphones, right? That is more than enough. We can create your own chatbot, right, through AI, and you can support the student in after class too. Next. So intelligent content creation using AI. So we are talking about it. Smart content for everyone, right? And AI can generate the education content like quizzes, study guides, and even interactive lessons. So this is going to be a diverse range of learning material based on their students' performance. And AI going to transform education by creating more student-centric, not the teacher-centric. Please change your education. It's not going to be teacher-based, it's going to be student-based. Right? Now, this is what we are enforcing in 21st century school. And effectively learning experience, it empowers both the student and educator to thrive in the modern educational landscape. So I have a video over here. Can you play it? Control click, okay. Okay, but it's not displayed. Yeah. Do you heard about the chat GPT? Are you using it?
Yes.
That's great. Heard. So this video is created using two tools, as you said, ChatGPT and Luminant 5. This is also AI tool. I given the script, scene by script. I took it from ChatGPT. Okay, I'm just showing the same. No, this type of content you can create it for your student to make it effective. Don't need to search for your based learning, right? You can create your own content. That is what I'm just want to tell about. Screen by screen, or the script by script, I took it using ChatGPT. Once a ChatGPT, I got the script. I used another tool called Luminant 5. This is also AI tool. I just paste out, that's it. Copy and paste it. So it automatically created the screen by screen. I have edited it based on your liking, right? You can just, whatever the images and everything is there, you just have to drag and drop. Just create, generate video, it will create. Right. So why I show this video, right? Similar kind of videos you can give it, bring it to your classroom on your, based on your content you are going to take it for your class. This only take 5 to 10 minutes, nothing more than that, right? And you can create your own PPT presentation within a fraction of seconds, where you have spent a lot of time on presenting, right? Now job has make it very easy. Next slide. So AI as a student, I'm going to show you after this some of the tools. You can also note it down and where you can use it in your classroom. AI as a student assistant, here it's going to, like as I told, we can have a chatbot which is going to help you out the student. Even the chat GPT, right? Now the chat GPT came. Whatever question you are going to ask, it's going to give you an answer. So the way of asking question, it should be life skill based one. So please teacher, keep it in mind that don't ask the not WH question. Please leave out WH question and throw it out. Okay? Use the Bloom taxonomy. Right? Use the Bloom taxonomy where we have the different type of question. Go for analysis. Go for applying, right? And that applying also should be very different, right? So keep it in mind, all the students who are using ChatGPT, only as a teacher, some of the teacher might not use it, but students are using all the technologies. So we are supposed to empower ourselves with all the technologies. Okay, we should be ahead of them. Then only we can manage them, right? So here AI chatbot we can use it, and we have independent. The student has the different capability of understanding. Some student will be smart enough and they ask for some question. Sometimes we don't answer. Frankly speaking, we don't answer, and we'll tell, okay, I'll get back to you again. But those type of questions, right now the students were very smart enough, they'll ask directly to this type of ChatGPT or so many things, and they get the answer immediately. So they are empowering themselves. They are assistant. It's also an assistant. Don't think that this AI is not coming over as a teacher, manual teacher. No, it's going to be assistant. The teacher are the teacher. We need it. Right? But it's going to be assistant for both everyone. That is what I want to tell, right? And AI is going to generate a study plan based on the students' goals and progress, and you're going to give the study schedule to make them efficiently time manage it. So this they can learn the time management too, and also AI recommends a relevant study material for them and articles and videos. So students will going to gain access to diverse range of resources for different subjects. Next. So AI and ML in education is going to be AI based tutorial system. So even if you are not there, we were used, right? So some tutorial I'm going to show you a simple video where none of the human is there. I'll show you, you can find the difference. And personalized learning, translate language. You might find the different people with a different language. There is no need of it. Now the AI came, there is a translator is there. It makes a magics, right? And automation, grading and assessment is done properly. After assessment, you sit for a week and you type your marks. And after that, you put a marks and put the grading, right? This will be done in a fraction of a second using AI. Right? Just feed your marks, that's enough. It will give you entire report card, that's it. Within a fraction of a second, give the report card and focus on the learning, how to improve the skills and everything. Right? Those stuff you can spend more time on efficiently, that is what. And real-time assessment, voice assistant, right? And personalized communication for both the parents, teachers. As an administrator, you want to always meet the parents and want to communicate. So this kind of thing, personalized communication, right? Using chatbot, we can make it effectively. They don't know at that other end, the parents doesn't know that you are not there. Exactly, most of the questions will be answered. Okay? And the smart content and collaborative learning is must. Next. Okay, so as an educator, right, as a school administrator, you might ask me, okay, so till now I covered about how it should be used in school classes and how the student is going to benefit. As an administrator, why am I supposed to learn this? There is a question, right? But it is needed where the school, for example, few things I have listed out, student enrollment and admission. Some parents will come for the enrollment. Alright, after they come for the enrollment, at least you will call for 1 hour twice. Once, right, for follow-up, that's it, over. And the lead came, but you didn't follow properly, so the lead went out, as I said. It's a kind of a business, education come business, that is what is going on, right? When it comes to the AI-powered chatbot, right, it never leaves you, or it will answer all the questions. Sometimes the front office person or a desk person will not answer properly. Because of that, parents might not feel a good experience, so they might move to the other school. Right? So this can be avoided using the AI chatbots, and the inquiry and guidance will be given very properly and they can do it. So please, administrators of the school, these things are important, most important, right? And administrator task automation. So how do you make the attendance? You will be signing or giving a punch. So now that both is there. That can be, one more thing we have, face attendance can be done, the face recognition. Just enter, it will recognize. You can go with the time. Okay, and timetable schedule. Timetable scheduling is the most tedious job for the administrator. I was there in that timetable framing, all those stuff for making a single class. It will take for next year. You will be start planning for this year the mid itself, right? Of course, you will want to spend lots and lots of time for that. So that can be done in a very within a few minutes or a few hours, right? We can make it very easily, not to spend a month and month of time, right? And data entry operator can be automated over here. And parent communication. So everywhere the parents want to communicate. They want to communicate with the student. They want to communicate with the teachers, and they want to communicate with the administrator. Okay, they need a personalized communication between each and everyone. So this could be done very easily using the AI chatbot, where the parents will get a better understanding about how the students were in the classroom, how their learning phases were there, and how the behavior in the classroom. They can give a personalized update on this. Okay, without meeting the parent, teacher role. So as a mother, I know that I'm working, right? I could not meet my teacher. I usually offer, right? If I have some way of communication digitally, it would be better, right? Similarly, everyone feels the same, right? And resource management, right? Okay. So some teachers will not come. Sometimes you will have a situation, right? The teachers won't be in the classroom, but you don't aware of it as an administrator. You are sitting there. But using this, you just have fixed a camera, that is enough. It automatically monitor and give a beep. Immediately you can assess somewhere. The 7th A class, no teacher is there, just go there. Any resource management can be done very easily within a fraction of a second, and can be monitored effectively. Okay, financial management. management, that is budget planning for the next year or other things, right? And tracking and forecasting, those stuff also can be done very effectively. Next slide. Okay, few tools I'm talking about, right? First tool is Synthesia. So this is a tool where we are talking about the online tutorial. So can you click on that? Oh, right. First, AI videos. Control enter. So this AI video, right, which is created entirely using this tool. Once again. One close. Render one close பண்ணிடு. Wait பண்ணு. This is our content. வேணாம். Enough. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you. Next, I'll show you. There is some internet issue. Okay. Leave it. So we were talking about AI tutorial where teacher is there is no need of teacher, exactly where you want to create some content, right? So this is a one type of content which is created using Synthesia tool.
Hello, how are you doing?
So this character, right? She's a teacher, right? Don't you think so?
Mr. Jewel, we are going to change the sequence and command.
It's an avatar. It's an avatar, but avatar, we call them as avatar, right? Where so this is in one type of online teaching, where we are going to provide the videos as kind of a teacher is teaching out, and she is going to be teacher for, right? Next slide. Close பண்ணிடு. Okay, the Zapier AI writing tool. Okay, you can write your own content, and chat GPT, you know that, right? And footer, AI image generator image. So you can create your own images too, right? There are so much AI images. Just click right now. This is one of the AI images. See, I have typed the plant with the beautiful flowers and beautiful butterfly sitting on it. I just type and generate. It generated 4 images for me. So this kind of images and everything you can incorporate into your classrooms, which make it fun-filled way and gamification. We can give a lot of gamification. This is what the students were expecting, right? So we can do it very, we don't want to spend a lot of time. At the same time, the classroom should be very fun-filled way. So that is what we are supposed to do it. Next.
One doubt with
Yes.
the Lumen 5, when we download or with the work with Lumen 5, but immediately it comes with the Canva or some other videos.
Yes, you can take. I'm just taking about Luminant 5 is one of the tool. So many tools you can also take Canva. So many tools were there.
But it is Lumen 5 exactly, sometimes it doesn't come. Immediately the link goes to Canva or refer to the Fulmora things.
I have 5 to 6 more links, like as you said, Canva and Luminant 5 and a few more generators where there's in the Shia. These are the few tools. Out of few tools I have given in Luminant 5, they will give some credits, actually free credits, Okay, I'm giving here all the some of the tools which were free access. For few access you can do it using some Gmail ID. Okay. Then you can go with picto blocks. Okay, so now we saw about how the AI is going to be used in our education. We can implement this in a very effective way and very easily, and we are also teaching them in our center of excellence from the grade 6. Students started coding this AI from the grade 6. We are making them to code in the block-based one, like a puzzle of blocks. As we are going to fix it out. That is what we are going to experiment right now. And slowly we are going to progress it. When it comes to the 9th grade, we are going to learn about the Python and the ML, AI and ML with the text-based one. They are going to fully come out as an AI ML. Who knows as a better in that, right? They are going to implement so many applications, right? Now, sisters, do you have your laptop so that you can have experience on it? Yes? Okay. So before we start, right, I want to show you some of the application demo so that you will understand how the AI works. Right? So we have a PictoBlocks is a one software which we are going to implement it. So you can switch on your laptop and be ready and connect to your network. Please. Now pen and I think so pen and notebook is not necessary. And so we have a hands-on experience, right? So you can have it.
Open file வந்து ஒன்னொன்னா இது பண்ண open பண்ண open from the computer whether chatbot door unlock and open door unlock drawing in air emotional return attendance 1 2 attendance.
Okay, so we are going to install this PictoBlock. Before that, I want to show you some application demo, right? So this is AI-based application. Why I am teaching it? You might think about it. I am an administrator. Why should I have to learn? We were talking about so many things, right? You can implement on your own. No need to depend on anyone else. And also we have a lot of tools, and we will be telling that how to use those stuff. That is what our aim. Why we want this exactly, right? So. Okay, so this is a simple application where you can use a security. Now you are using security, right? Only the person who are known to the school premises can enter into the school, right? So here is a very simple application executed. Only first of all, you are supposed to record the face of the person who want to enter into your school premises. Okay, kept it ready, and once they come and lock the screen, this is a simulation. I'm just showing us a simulation. This can be done in a real time too, right? So first of all, let's record the face. Now recording the face, okay. Small.
What did sisters has to log in?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Just I'm showing first demo. Let them understand. Now face has stored, right? He's clicking on the button, the polygon button, right?
Face didn't match. Please contact the owner or try again. Hello, I'm AI Security. Please press the green button to access the door. Please look into the camera.
So the lighting is not perfect, that's the reason.
Analyzer. Face stored.
We need some lighting right for the camera.
Please look into the camera. Phase matched. Welcome to the house.
Okay, so this is one type of facial detection, that is facial recognition, where you can use it in the security management.
Next open it, close it and open.
And drawing in air, like without touching your board and without touching your chalk piece, only the hand gesture, using hand gesture, we can draw or we can do something here. So this is one of the simple application which I am going to show you now, right now. So you can find these codes were not written, it's like a puzzle based one. That is where we starting with a lower grade from the grade 6, right? And yes. Okay, another application, as I'm telling about, right, we can mark the attendance using your facial recognition. This is a one application where it's going to read your face, store it in a database, okay, and once you enter, it automatically analyzes your face, and with the timeline, it's going to show you when you enter the premises, with the timeline, okay. So please do execute it. So it's a very simple application. You can make it depth for the entire premises also. I'm just showing a simple glimpse about it. So now you're going to enter your name to record your face first of all. Your face is recorded. Now you're going to mark the attendance. So it recognizes it's you, Mughal. His name is Mughal. Done. So this is a very simple application. Now, similar to that, we are going to create a one facial recognition application now, okay, as a teachers, right, using this picture blocks. Right? You don't know about the coding right now, and who know coding? I cannot tell that. Anyone knows coding here? No. Okay. So this is very simple. Don't worry about it. You can find it like it's a block-based coding, just a puzzle, clubbing together, and also. Okay. Now go to the Internet Explorer or Google Chrome. Any window, any Explorer, please. Right. First of all, please type PictoBlocks download. Please type PictoBlocks download. Okay. Open your web browser and type PictoBlocks. PictoBlocks. PictoBlocks download. Done. Enter. Everyone, can you move to the next slide? Yes. Next. After that, you can find the PictoBlocks over there. Click on the first link will be now. PictoBlocks download is there. Please click on it, and it will redirect to this page. It will redirect to this page. Everyone has a Windows laptop or Mac OS. Everyone have Windows. Now you are supposed to know your computer specification. So go to the settings in the control tool, or in your system, start menu is there, right? Below that will be search. Go to the settings or control panel, and then
I'll show you. I'll instruct it. So 64-bit, okay. See, you can have, okay. So, so either control panel or settings, you go there, and there will be an about, system will be there, about. In the about, you can find that, can you go up please? You can see that the processor, right, and the installed ROM type 64-bit operating system with a 64 based processor. Just keep it in mind, we are going to install based upon that. That's it. Everyone got your system specification? Some will be 32, some will be 64. Okay? Understood? Right. Go to the picture blocks or slide. Slide. Everyone having 64-bit? Okay. Anyone having 32? Okay, both is there. Fine. Wonderful. Then go for 64. Right. Now you download the version. I prefer you to download the older version. You can find the two versions. Go to the web browser. Two versions will be there. New version and older version. Now we are going to install the older version. New version have some things which we cannot be used now. Right. Older version 64-bit for Windows. Just click on that. It will ask your name and email ID. It's for update. You should give it for the mandatory purpose. Just give it and download now. Go to that is my PC or this PC. Downloading, no issues. This PC or in the web browser you can find the downloaded thing at the bottom or at the top. Yes, sir. Not yet. So go to whoever finished, right, just go to the downloads. There you can find the downloaded exe extension file. exe.exe pictoblocks.exe. You can find it. Just double click it. It will do the job.
4 times கொடுத்துட்டீங்களா 2 times கொடுத்துட்டீங்க 2 times கொடுத்துட்டீங்க பேர் கொடுங்க
Sisters, we are using, everyone are using internet, so it takes time. Okay? It's okay. Download now. Few minutes wait, so it's based.
டைம் எடுக்குது கொஞ்சம் டவுன்லோட் இங்கிலீஷ் நாட் ஷோ gmail.com ஸ்பேஸ் கொடுத்துருக்கேங்க டாட்க்கு அப்புறம் ஸ்பேஸ் வரும் ஸ்பேஸ் வராமல் கொடுக்கணும் காம் கொடுக்கணும் இல்லை டாட் இருக்கணும் டாட்டுக்கு அப்புறம் ஸ்பேஸ் வரும் காம் இப்போ டவுன்லோட் ஆகுது
Anyone need help? Install out.
That's it, ma'am. Go to this folder. It's downloaded. Yeah.
Downloading will take much more time. Can we give them APK file in PD?
No, that is not there. Actually, they are supposed to. Yes. Go to the downloads. Download here downloads. Here. And picture blocks. Double click on it. That's it. Double click on it. Yes. It automatically install. Just give install and finish. Yes.
So some people have installed, right? Yes. Because of internet issue, I think so. Can you raise your hand, like how many people were installed, so that I can take a count? All our classes installed, right? So that's it. The installation part steps, right? You are supposed to follow. Once it is downloaded, go to the file explorer in your system. You can write the steps. Now you pen and pencil, sorry for that. And you want to go no, file explorer, right? This is your network. Okay.
Otherwise I show you the steps, right? Go to this file, okay, or your anything, right? And downloads, right? Where you can find this PictoBlocks. Here it will be like this. PictoBlocks 6.01 in 60. You can find this file. Just it will ask for install. Just install. Ask. This is like no. Installed.
So once it install, you will have to try to install it. Just give install, that's enough. Over, you can open it and show the block. You can find this, no, the teddy bear symbol in your desktop, the PictoBlocks.
Go to the desktop.
So you can find the PictoBlocks symbol at the top, right? So can you see the teddy bear with the cooling glass? So this is a PictoBlocks symbol, right? So once you get this, your PictoBlocks is installed. Anyone? Not any one person got installed? So installing taking time or downloading taking time? Oh, that is because maybe based on the system specification, the time changes. RAM also may change. So everyone downloaded, right? Right, thank you for confirming. So next, in meantime, I'll tell you that let it install. Sisters, can you please listen? Let it install. By the time I'll explain the entire platform over here, right? So as we are talking about the coding tools, or usually we'll type code, right? But the kids starting with the coding, they feel tough for them to type it and to understand. So, but they play the puzzles. So they comes with this kind of tools which help them to learn the coding and learn to do some different application, wonderful application using this very wonderful tools where you can do it very easily. This is a one-off tool called PictoBlocks. So here you can find it out. The different tools were being listed with the different colors. Yes. So first tool will be a look tool where you are going to tell about, motion tool where this is a character called Toby. This is just like us. Now, initially I was telling about you give instruction to the student. So instruction to the computer where it going to do. So this is the character which going to do whatever you see. Okay. Now this, if you make it like move 10 steps, it will move. So the motion tool is going to tell you how you want to do the motions. Next it's about look how this character should look at the output when you do it. Like you want to switch the costumes or costume in the sense like different animation, we can make it over here. And how to switch out the background, all those stuff, we can make it out. Next about the
தெரியவே இல்லை பெருசு பண்ணலாம் இதே எடுக்கிறேன் PictoBlocks இது ஜஸ்ட் இன்ஸ்டால் தட்ஸ் இட். இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணியாச்சா? அவ்வளோதான், கீழே இருக்கு, முடிஞ்சிடுச்சு. இதை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடுங்க. பண்ணிவிடுங்க. அது கீழே பண்ணிட்டு மினிமைஸ் பண்ணிவிடுங்க. அதையும் மினிமைஸ் பண்ணிவிடுங்க. அவ்வளோதான், வந்து கிட்ட பாக்ஸ் வந்துச்சு.
Okay.
No, it's available. It's a free of cost. You can use it. So many free of cost are there. You can use it in your thing. This also we are using in the center of excellence. Okay, and so here you can find the different blocks like sound blocks, event blocks. For example, when I switch on the light, so I put the switch, it will on. Till the time it won't on, right? Similar to that, you can tell only this is happening, what you are supposed to do. This kind of activities can be done using this. And conditional, there is control blocks, right? And we have a sensing blocks. If something is touching or some color is changing, those stuff we can do it. Operator blocks, the mathematical activities we can do it. And variables is nothing but the things which you are going to hold it. So for example, a box can hold so many things, but you can change it at any time. Similarly, if you want to hold some values using variable, we can do it. And my blocks, you can create your own coding blocks too. Right? Now, very simple application we are going to create, your facial recognition. Once you are installed, please open the PictoBlocks, go to the block-based coding. Block coding. It will be there, block coding. Block coding. There will be Python, machine learning, so many things will be there. You should go with the block coding. Okay, and you can try it out. Okay, now I'll show you the demo alone because so many people are not installed. If you are installed, please follow my steps. Okay, now you are going to recognize your face, whether you are sad or happy or this kind of activities you are going to do. It's going to be very simple, only 4 lines of code, but going to make a magic so you, right? Let's do. Provided lighting should be there, right? Okay, now for this facial recognition, we need an extension. What is extension? Is nothing but kind of here's this block is nothing but usually we'll use it. Like extension when we'll be using rarely those kind of extension, lot of extensions there, like no facial detection, object detection, so many things there. Now we are going to use just go see lot of extension is there. For every extension different types of coding blocks gets there. Now we are going to use the only one recognition for our program, nothing but the facial detection. Just click on the facial detection, go extension, just go bottom, you can find the purple color. At the bottom, you can find bottom. That one is there, small blocks with a plus block, purple color thing. Just click on that. It will go there and just click on the face detection. Done. That's it. Wait for a minute. Once it is done, wait for a while. So it will then hold your horse. Wait for a while. The extension will be added to your blocks. In the end of the blocks, you can find your face detection there, like this. Yes. Right? Now, so this flag is the one which is going to execute the code. The green color flag, you might see it on the top of Toby, the character Toby. When you click on the flag, the entire code will run. Okay, now we are going to select when I click on this flag, what it should supposed to do. So we have a block called when the flag clicked. It is in the event block. That small round is there, yellow color you can find it out, that is event block. Click on that event, the yellow color circle. At the left hand side corner. Event block is there, no? It's going to tell like, if something I do, but what it's supposed to do. It's a triggering the event. It's triggering some action. That's it. In that, you can find the first block when flag clicked is there. Can you find it? Just click on the block. Don't leave your mouse. Drag it and put it in the white space. When block click.
See, I'll show you how to do. This is a block. Okay, just I'm holding this, right? I'm dragging out and pulling and put it over here. Once more, my colleague will do.
See, just hold it, click on the block, hold it, don't leave your finger out of the mouse pointer, right? Drag it out and put it in the white space. Done? Done. Okay, now we're telling that when I click on this flag, what's supposed to do? I need to open the camera first of all to recognize the face. I need to open the camera. Now we have a face detection. That there comes a face detection block. Last block which we installed right now. Face detection. Last. We add extension now. The small character is there at the end of the all rounds, all colorful rounds, you can find it. Face detection. Then click on that. First block will be there in the face detection. Turn on the video. Is there now? Face detection. This side, all maroon color blocks will be there. First block will be there in that. Turn on the video. Is there right? Yes. Now drag and join it with the flag. As usual, drag it and just join it with the flag. Then you want to on the camera, right? If it is off, just that is turn. There is a face is there. After turn, there is on and off will be there. On the camera, make sure it is on. If it is off, just click on the arrow. There will be option. You choose it. Done. Now, done. Yes. Now, forever, until I stop this program, your camera should be on and it should match your face. It should match your face. It should run loop. You should make a loop, right? Until like that, it should be until I stop it. It should be running continuously. There comes the loop. Doing an activity continuously is a loop. We have a tools over here. Nothing but controls. That orange color round. Is there? Click on that. Orange color round. Click on that. You can find a block called forever block. Second block. From the top, third block. Sorry. From the block, third block. Control click it. You will find the orange color blocks were there. From the top, third block, forever block is there. Drag and drop it. Then inside that, now you are going to match the face. Forever, until I stop it, it's going to detect your face. Okay? Now for detection, which extension you are supposed to go? Which tool you are going to supposed to go? Face detection, exactly. Just go to the face detection block. You can see all the maroon color flag, right? And there is a detection is there, no detection. The first one, analyze the image from camera and just drag and put it inside the for loop. Gap is there, no for loop gap. Put it inside that. Then
any help, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. We did it wrongly.
No issues.
Drag it and put
No
this
issues.
one.
No issues. That's it. Right. So face detection. We're going to turn off the camera. Right. Just hold up. Then control forever. Drag and drop. Again face reduction. You are going to match the camera, unless the camera actually.
Yes, done. Last step, you're going to get the expression about your face. Okay, the same face reduction.
So we have an one block called get expression block.
So we have a block called get expression block, which is going to get the expression about your face. But we need to say what is the expression. So go to the look block.
This one, the top second one. This one, top second one. There is called a say hello for 2 seconds. Drag and drop and put it in the for loop next to the unless image block. Done? Now go to the face extension. In that you have after the deduction we have one more thing called get expression of face 1 is there. Just drag and drop and put it inside the hello. Inside the hello. Drag and drop, put it inside the hello. That's it. Coding got done. You can take a picture about it and you can also
After the picture, just explain what. After the picture.
go to the look block. Look.
That I completed.
Okay. Extension la. Here. This. That's it. Okay. No, one more look is there. Go to the motion. Go to the look. Sorry. Go to the look. Here. You just put it here. Hello. That's it. Leave it. That's fixed. That's it. Now I'll show the output. See, I'm neutral. It say neutral. Right? When I'm happy, surprised. So I want to delete this Toby. Toby was disturbing me, right? So let me click on this Toby and delete it. Oh, sorry. 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 One second. Please don't click on that. We made a Please don't delete the Toby. We did the coding on Toby, so don't delete it. Right? So now you can click on this flag, okay? And you, based upon your face, it's going to say the expression, right? I'm happy. When you smile, it say happy. When you are surprised or something, right? Right? It's a quite interesting one. This is how one of our technique called face reduction. This is also an AI application, right?
So do one thing, you can take a snapshot. We are running out of time, right? So you can take a snapshot and you can try it lot. So this is a one-off tool we are using in our curriculum. We make so as a teacher, as educator, as administrator, you feel interested to do this stuff. Similarly, students also feeling very interested to do this application and create different things in our curriculum, right?
Till that I finished, after that you tell me, I concentrate.
You just click on the flag, that is enough.
Which one?
This one.
Oh. Flag I got.
Flag you want to give, and the lighting should be perfect. Stop it. ஓகே, இப்போ ஃப்ளாக் கிளிக் பண்ணுங்கள். அந்த பாக்ஸ் வரணும், அப்போ தான் ஃபேஸ் வந்து டிடெக்ட் பண்ணுதுன்னு அர்த்தம் உங்களுக்கு. நீங்கள் கரெக்டாக வைக்கணும். நீங்கள் சிரிச்சா சிரிக்கும், உங்கள் ஐப்ரோ யூஸ் பண்ணி எல்லாம் பண்ணும். ஹாப்பி. ஓகே, ரைட்.
டோபி எப்படி தூக்கி போடுறது?
தோபியில் தான் நம்ம கோடே பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஆக்சுவலாக தோபியை தூக்கி போட்டிங்கன்னா வேறு ஸ்ப்ளிட்டிங் ஆட் பண்ணணும் நம்ம இங்கேருந்து.
ஓகே ஓகே.
அங்கே நீங்கள் பாக்ஸ் மாதிரி வச்சுக்கிட்டு அந்த ஸ்ப்ளிட் ஆட் பண்ணணும். இப்போ தோபி தூக்கி போட்டினா இது எல்லாமே போயிடும். ஓகே, அது பாட்டுக்கு இருக்கட்டும் அந்த ஓரமாக.
ரிமோடு டோபியை ரிமூவ் பண்ணிட்டோம்.
ஃபஸ்ட் டே 1லேருந்து பண்ணோம் ஈவெண்ட். அதான் நீங்கள் ஸ்னாப்ஷாட் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. அது
அதை எப்படி எடுத்து
அது நீங்கள் உங்கள் ஃபோனில் எடுத்துக்கோங்க, நீங்கள் அப்புறம் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஓகேவா?
நெக்ஸ்ட்
மேம் இதெல்லாம் வேண்டாம், இது வரைக்கும் இருக்கீங்களா? இதில் கண்ட்ரோலில் போயிட்டு
கண்ட்ரோலில் வச்சுட்டு
ஃபார் எவர்.
ஃபார் எவர். ஓகே ஓகே
ஓகேவா?
இந்த கேப்புக்குள்ளே வேறு எதுவும் கொண்டு வந்து வச்சுக்கலேன்.
இதில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறோம், நம்ம அனலைஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். நம்ம கேமராவில் நம்மளோட ஃபேஸ் பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கணும். அப்புறம் நம்ம சொல்லணும், நீங்கள் தான் எப்படி இருக்கீங்கன்ட்டு. ஸோ அதனால் லுக்கில் போயிட்டு
சே
ஆமாம்,
ஓகே.
அதில் ஹலோக்குள்ளார நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், நீங்கள் எப்படி உங்கள் ஃபேஸ் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லணும். ஃபேஸ் டிரெக்ஷனில் தான் பண்ண முடியும்.
ஓகே,
அங்கே போயிட்டு
அதில் தான் ஹாப்பி எது சொன்னீங்களா?
ஆமாம்,
எத்தனை நாள் மூவ் ஆகுது மேம்?
இது வந்து நீங்கள் ஏதோ வீடியோ ஆன் பண்ணி விட்டுருக்கீங்க. நீங்கள் ஆல்ரெடி பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க மேம். ஸ்டாப் இல்லையா? ஒரு நிமிஷம் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடணும் நம்ம. வந்துச்சு. அப்புறம் மறுபடியும் லுக்கில் போய்ட்டு எப்படி இருக்கீங்கன்னு சொல்கிறதுக்கு இப்போ ஹலோ இருக்குது, ஹலோ வேணாம், நமக்கு எப்படி இருக்குன்னு சொல்லணும். ஃபேஸ் டிரெக்ஷனில் போய் உங்கள் எக்ஸ்ப்ரெஷனை வாங்கிக்கணும். அவ்வளோதான் இட்ஸ் இட். உங்கள் பாக்ஸ் தெரியுதா? பாக்ஸ்னால் உங்கள் ஃபேஸ் டிடெக்ட் ஆகுதுன்னு அர்த்தம். நீங்கள் நல்லா சிரிச்சிங்கன்னா ஹாப்பின்னு சொல்லணும். நல்லா சிரிக்கணும். ஓகே, அவ்வளோதான். மல்டிபிள் பிளாக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்க, அதனால் மல்டிபிள் பாக்ஸ் காமிக்குது. வைண்ட் அப். அதுதான் சொன்னேன்ல, நம்ம அட்டெண்டன்ஸ்லாம் பண்ணும்போது வித் இந்த ப்ரெமிசஸ் பண்ணும்போது இதெல்லாம் யூஸ் ஆகும் உங்களுக்கு. நிறைய விஷயங்களுக்கு யூஸ் ஆகுது. நீங்கள் ஃபோன்லேயே உங்கள் ஃபேஸ் வச்சு தானே ஓப்பன் பண்ணுறீங்க. அந்த டெக்னிக்ஸ்லாம் இருக்குல்ல. டீச்சிங்கில் வந்து இதெல்லாம் சிம்பிள் அப்ளிகேஷன், அப்ளிகேஷன்லாம் இதெல்லாம் இருக்குது. இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு செக்யூரிட்டி பேஸ் பண்ணி இப்போ டேட்டாஸ் நம்ம வாங்கணும் அப்படின்னா சைனா ஜஸ்ட் சொல்கிறேன் என்னன்ட்டு. ஆக்சுவலி
Yes, let me, we are running out of our time. We are, actually there is a question from the teacher why we want to learn this, and as we are Indian, we don't have a lot of technology into our society, but China were having this facial detection when you come out of the home, right? And they are, every data is there with them, and even if you are in a trouble, this could be found easily. So this kind of technology can be done. So you take a snapshot and work out of it. Now I am going to conclude this. As educator, administrator, we need to incorporate our different technologies and AI thing into your education and in your school premises to make your job easy and make a very good, better, you can give it education to the student, and you can handle your work in a efficient way, right? thank you. I'm holding my session with Jamal, my colleague, right? He is going to take the session for about the robotics, right? So he is going to show a demo on a simple application, right? I'll come on. Thank you, sisters. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation.
So I am taking, this is actually, excuse me. So I just wrap it up in just 5 minutes. This is a simple example of how technology you can use effectively. So this is called an RFID ID card. So we have developed a simple application. So this is written as a Sister Mauri, and this is for Sister Jahani. Okay, I can give it to her, and this is for Sister Rosalie. Okay, so we have got some 10 cards, so you can actually pick it up, and then the name is written. So you just come and actually just, you don't have to even come, make it, just to see, I just put it here. So,
Sister Rose. Internet issues. Internet problem. Slow internet.
slow internet.
Yeah. So, serial monitor printed. On serial monitor printed. Here.
Here it is identified as Sister Rosalie, but the internet is closed, so it has to upload the data to Excel. So like that you can give each one of clouds.
Sir, no. Sir.
It's okay.
Check.
Sister Jagani.
Slow internet.
Here it is, the Excel you can see the time is also stamped, so Sister Jahana. So I am just put the Sister Maureen.
But sir, only you type Sister SR only you type
Automatically.
Here just for the name, here just for identification. Okay. Proper identification, your photo, name, everything can be printed. Like ID card, you can print it. Just for this, I put short form Sister. Whatever we have written here, it will not come there.
That's what I'm asking. Here you have written something, there it is coming. Full
Because that is
sister
actually, because this card is identified as a Sister Jagani, how you put it in the database. Okay. So in the database, if you type full Sister Jagani, it will come Sister.
Already what is the database? But it is
He has written actually like this. So whatever is written in the database previously, you have to write it exactly. So this is a simple application which we show the power of the entire cost of the whole system is less than 1,000 rupees. So you can have an access control system using RFID. The card is actually 20 rupees. So you can have for all of you. So what I'm saying is how technology empowers you. Even in school, a lot of things can be easily automated. But if you want actually a complete application also, you can develop it based on your attendance tracking. But it is okay, you don't have to touch it actually. It is remotely also. Even in overseas actually, if you just walk it, even if the card is in your wallet, it will just track it. Okay, you don't have to, you will not even know. Wherever you are going, it will give access, but it will also record. So all those things you can do it.
Have you given any barcode here or just only name?
No, this has got internally a small antenna. So that is actually picked by this antenna. Okay. So that is how it works. So there is no barcode.
See this. This is the topology of the RFID system. How does it works? See, like this is your RFID card inside.
Frequency. So depending if you have more power, you can even just walk carrying it on this thing. If you go to Singapore, they give actually one card for actually traveling in bus or train. Actually, you just have it in your wallet or wallet. You just go, it will actually automatically open. So like that.
Pass.
So we created for this just to show a demo of what a simple application can show.
This all can be used in our institutions.
So
if you want, actually, you have to buy how many users you need access for that. But then we have to have RFID reader, okay, at the entrance of wherever you want it, just to show it and enter. Like
okay, if you single person comes, some guest comes, how they will.
Ma'am,
for
a
everybody
student
to
as well can,
recognize.
ma'am,
No,
see,
no, they have to carry this card. If the guest comes, you have to
We have
first
to provide this
provide
card
this
from
card.
the security.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
and the student can
For
also.
guest, you can just write a guest, okay? Write it as guest 1, guest 2 like that, you can give this card. Or for any visitors who are regularly visiting, you can even write the name and give. For your administrators also, you can have your own card. Thank you very much.